Lesson 8.1 Arithmetic and Geometric Sequences continues. In this video, we will identify arithmetic or geometric sequences, write recursive formulas, and determine the next term. What's a math teacher's favorite tree? Geometry. All right, this is on your paper, but we've got two types of sequence formulas for arithmetic and geometric. Arithmetic sequences, there is the explicit and the recursive formulas. So explicit formulas are used when you are looking for any term at any time. Recursive formulas are used when you're looking for consecutive terms. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. This one is for consecutive terms. And this one is for any term, anytime. All right. So the first one here is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1, where a sub 1 is the first term, d is the common difference, and n is the nth term of the sequence. The second one here is a sub n is equal to a sub n minus 1 plus d. So in other words, the first term, or the term you're looking for, is equal to the term previous to it plus the common difference. Okay, so a sub n minus 1 is the previous term to a sub n. Geometric, same idea. We have our explicit g sub n is equal to g sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. G sub 1 is the first term, r is the common ratio, n is the nth term of the sequence. Then your recursive is g sub n is equal to g sub n minus 1 times r instead of plus d. Same idea as the arithmetic. So let's go ahead and use these. Identify each sequence as arithmetic or geometric. Write a recursive formula for each sequence. Use the formula to determine the next term of the sequence, of each sequence. All right, so number 5, we start off with -5, then we're at -3, or -1, then we're at 3, 7, 11, 19, 23. So to go from 3 to 7, we're adding 4. To go from 7 to 11, we're also adding 4. To go from, well, on mine it's wrong here, on your paper it's right. This should be a 15. And this should be 19, and we're adding 4 every time is basically what we're seeing here. Okay, so if we're adding 4, that means that our common difference is 4, okay, which means that this is arithmetic. And so then we also need we want to get a recursive formula, so we need to know just the d. So recursive formula is a sub n is equal to a sub n minus 1 plus 4. Typically, when we write it, we also write the first term. That way we know what number was used for the actual sequence itself. Okay, and that way you can figure out your sequence. In our case, we're going to take a sub 7 is 19, and we want to find a sub 8. So that's going to be 19 plus 4, which is 23. And that would be our next term. So I want you to look at number 6, figure out whether it's arithmetic or geometric, and do the same thing. So go ahead and do that now. So hopefully you notice that we're dividing by 3 each time. And when you divide by 3, that's the same as multiplying by 1/3. So r is equal to 1/3. So then we write g sub n is equal to g sub n minus 1 times 1/3. And we list our first term as g sub 1 is equal to 27. And that's our recursive formula. Then we notice that the last term is the 8th term, so that is 1 over 81. So that means we're looking for the next term, which is the 9th term. And the 9th term is taking the 1 over 81 times 1/3 and getting 243. And with that, that is how we identify each sequence as arithmetic or geometric and write a recursive formula for each sequence. And then find the next term.